Ministry starts at home. If you cannot fix your household and minister to the souls in your house, how are you going to do it outside? Does that mean your ministry depends on if the person receives it or not? Absolutely not. Yes, there's going to be some people in your household, in your family, the ones closest to you, that's going to deny and decline what God has called you to do. But that part is not your concern, beloved. Be willing today and check, where does your ministry start? Here we are, grand and rising. Grand rising. Grand rising. Here we are, grand and rising, on this beautiful and blessed Willing Wednesday rising. Is it Willing Wednesday? It is. Sometimes I don't know what day it is, y'all, because it just keep going. But anyways, guys, I wanted to encourage you guys on today because many of us are in ministry. Some of us are doing ministry and we don't even know it, right? Ministry doesn't just look like being a pastor or being a counselor or whatever. Ministry can be you being a parent. That is ministry, beloved. If you ask me, that's one of the biggest ministry. If you have innocent little children and their lives are in your hands, like that is a huge ministry, because scripture tells us how God does not play about his little ones. You can be in ministry, being a janitor, a mechanic, being a chef. Whatever you do, the Lord does expect us to treat it as such, meaning treating it as ministry. Everything else that I do outside of Grand Rising or being a teacher, when it comes to my music artistry, all of that is ministry to me. But here's the thing that the Lord taught me in all of my years of doing ministry. God has started and birthed this ministry of CB17 Visions in 2019. And ever since then, I've been going. I've been growing, I've been developing, I've been weeding off things, people, places, and it's been a journey. It's truly been a journey. But what I want to encourage you guys that the Lord taught me in the span of all of these years is that ministry starts at home, beloved. If you cannot fix your household, if you cannot minister to the souls in your house, how are you going to do it outside? Now, does that mean your ministry depends on if the person receives it or not? Absolutely not. Yes, there's going to be some people in your household, in your family, the ones closest to you, that's going to deny and decline what God has called you to do. But that part is not your concern, beloved. You have to go forth and forward in Godfidence, doing the thing that God called you to do, no matter who is going to receive it on the other end. So what God taught me is that ministry does start at home. I need to be praying over my loved ones at home. I need to be discipling, how the Lord sees fit at home. I need to be fasting for, teaching, edifying, encouraging the souls at home, the ones closest to me. Now, do I just mean in your house? No. That, yes, but also the people that you talk to every day, your friends, the coworkers you see every day, that's at home, because this is your life. This is your daily life. I want to encourage you guys to be willing today to reflect and check, where does your ministry start? It should start with your intimacy with God. And then it should start at home, your everyday life, the people that you see and speak to every day. Does your ministry, can those people look at your life and say, yeah, that person, she gonna pray for sure. That person, she will touch and agree with me. Can they look at you and say that? Can they look at your life and say your life is tasteful and the grace of God is all over it? One thing for sure is doing ministry out there will be nothing and in vain if we can't love, pray for, fast, encourage, and edify those that are closest to us. And remember, God sees beyond the outer appearance. He sees beyond your deeds, the deeds that you're doing outside that people see. God sees beyond that. There's no lying to God or bluffing against God. Like, there's no getting around it. God sees all. So, beloved, I want to encourage you to be willing today to reflect and ask yourself, does my ministry start at home? And if it doesn't, let today be the day of change. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on tomorrow's Rising. Grand Rising.